absolutely ridiculous.
A months-long shortage of baby formula in the U.S., caused by a mix of supply chain issues and a recall, is putting desperate parents on edge as they scramble to find ways to feed their babies.
For those babies who are not being breastfed or otherwise getting human milk, formula is only the alternative, and it provides all other nutrition.
So what can parents do now? And more importantly, what should they avoid?
Definitely do not water down or make your own formula. These are dangerous, and there's simply no safe way to do those.
Dr. Stephen Abrams, a former chair of the Committee on Nutrition at the American Academy of Pediatrics, says that similar to breast milk, baby formula contains protein and nutrients that are crucial to a child's development and growth, such as calcium, phosphorus, iron, and zinc.
When you make your own, you can't get the nutrients right. It's hard to do it in a way that's sterile enough to make sure that you're not risking infection. When you dilute the formula, you're simply giving the baby extra water that they don't need, and they're filling up their tummies with water and not food. It's what they need to grow. It's okay to switch baby formulas unless your baby has special medical needs.
Experts say it's safe for most healthy babies to switch to any FDA-approved formula parents can find from reputable distributors. The American Academy of Pediatrics warns against buying formulas on auction sites that are not monitored or regulated by the FDA.
Babies who have specialized problems, especially those with severe allergies, families need to talk to their pediatrician before they switch.
As major retailers like CVS, Walgreens, Kroger, and Target impose purchase limits on baby formula to avoid panic buying and hoarding products, experts recommend checking smaller local stores and pharmacies.
I've seen it, for example, in stores that only sell kosher food because they make specialized kosher formula. Sometimes you'll find it in smaller stores that you might not expect it to find it in.
At least 31 milk banks in the US and Canada are collecting donations from lactating women and distributing pasteurized milk. These members of the Human Milk Banking Association of North America are currently helping families facing difficulties due to the formula shortage.
The problem is that most of that milk goes for premature babies, so there isn't a whole lot left for the general use, but it's as long as the milk is pasteurized, it's quite safe.
Although the CDC says parents who want to give their children cow's milk should wait until after the infant's first birthday, Dr. Abrams says this can be a last resort option for babies older than 6 months in case of an emergency.
For short periods of time, a week, 2 weeks of time, you can use whole cow milk if your baby's not allergic.
Dr. Abrams says parents should talk to their pediatricians about getting an iron supplement for babies who are on cow's milk, because whole cow milk is too low in iron for the nutritional needs. The shortage, which stems from pandemic-related supply issues, worsened after Abbott Laboratories, a major formula manufacturer, voluntarily recalled some products and closed a plant. On May 16th, the company announced that it had reached a deal with the FDA for the reopening of their formula plant, but a date has not yet been confirmed. On May 18th, President Biden invoked the Defense Production Act to help manufacturers increase production of baby formula. The administration also launched a new program that would use commercial aircrafts to pick up overseas formula that meets U.S. standards.
I'm hopeful that the government allowing imports and increased production will begin to see a turnaround over the next couple weeks. But I think we're still going to need to be very careful. I don't expect to see full resolution until really multiple months from now, and families need to be aware of that.